And we have a special report on WTO and AEC in the global trading system.
World Trade Organization has once again chosen Bangkok as a venue to promote free trade agreements. Here at the Patumwan Princess Hotel, a regional workshop for journalists is being held jointly by the organization and the International Institute for Trade and Development. The objective of this workshop is to provide participants who are mainly journalists with better understanding so that when they come back to their countries, they'll be better informed with the tools to make their people understand better about the WTO and related trade issues. For the multilateral trading system, this workshop is to focus on the updates and developments of the Doha round, and for the regional trading system, the upcoming ASEAN Economic Community in 2015 will be discussed.
The World Trade Organization's key roles are in trade liberalization and rulemaking. It is the only international organization dealing with global rules of trade between nations. Its overall objective, the WTO's main functions are to administer trade agreements, act as a forum for negotiating further agreements, settle trade disputes, review national trade policies, and provide assistance to developing countries in trade policy issues. The multilateral trading system has been a challenge in the global trade in which the WTO is putting effort to propagate and promote. For the WTO, trading globally means each country would earn profits faster. The possibility of multilateral trading systems solely depends on how nations are capable of reducing their protectionism, namely cutting down tariffs and non-tariff barriers. Challenging as it seems, the Doha round has set an example of a long-drawn decade endeavor that is still waiting for a conclusion. In this workshop, the journalists are informed of the latest situation updates and some key subjects, the 2011 push to conclude the round, and its implications for the region. From an expert point of view, Mr. Louis Oblet has a say.
Yes, as the WTO Director General Pascal Lamy told the entire membership 2 weeks ago, the problem lies with the inability of the big players to come to an agreement in the negotiations on industrial tariffs. So this is the big stumbling block right now. Our Director General is going around consulting with all the members, including the ASEAN delegations and ASEAN ministers, to find a solution, to find a way out to help move the negotiations forward.
For Southeast Asian region, free trade agreement is an ongoing process supported through cooperation among ASEAN Plus network with China, Japan, and Korea. ASEAN Economic Community, or AEC 2015, has been the potential focus of a regional trade. From a journalist's point of view, the role of AEC in the global trade system is also worth addressing.
I think the ASEAN Economic Community, or AEC, is fully compatible with the rules and regulations of the World Trade Organization. So I think it's not undermining the WTO, because as a regional level grouping of 10 countries, it's easier and it's moving faster to achieve results. As you may know, that the WTO, the multilateral approach at the Doha round, has been going on for 11 years already, but there is no results because the World Trade System has more than 150 countries as members. So it's very difficult. It takes time to have a consensus to move forward freer trade in goods and in services. So in short, I think the ASEAN Economic Community should help speed up the efforts to in the global free trade system.
However, there is a question whether regionalism in trade would undermine the multilateral trading system of WTO. We have expert views on this.
I have to say that I know very little about the ASEAN Economic Community, so let me talk more generally about how regional arrangements may work with or without the WTO. Generally, members of the WTO, the governments recognize that there is a need for some kinds of regional arrangements or bilateral arrangements. That's why they have them written into the rules, because they wrote the rules. And so they recognize the need for that. Now, the reason why they feel there's a need for that is that sometimes they can reach agreement on some subjects or some issues faster if they do it bilaterally or regionally than if they were to do it globally, multilaterally within an organization like the WTO. So they want speed. But the problem with that is, as we've heard in the workshop, is that this can be very, very complicated. Because there are so many regional agreements. There isn't just the ASEAN Economic Community. There are all sorts of other agreements that various ASEAN members have signed on to and joined. And as a result of that, it becomes very complicated for ASEAN companies when they're trading to know which agreement to apply. When they, for example, when they want to import something to sell on their local market or to be used in production. So in the end, people will tend to come back and say, this is getting so complicated that in the end we need a World Trade Organization or a multilateral arrangement where you have a single set of rules instead of having many, many, many different rules regionally. So there's a trade-off. If you want to do it fast, you can do it that way. If you, in the end, that makes life very complicated, and then you come back and look to see if you can simplify it by having a single set of rules.
I don't think that will undermine the WTO. The ASEAN Economic Community intend to expand trade among ASEAN and its members and between the member of ASEAN and the trading nations outside ASEAN. So in a way, the expansion of trade among ASEAN itself and between ASEAN and its trading partner should in a way help in generate trade. That is also, in a way, it will help in turn strengthen the WTO system also.
From all significant points discussed, journalists who participated in this workshop are already filled with tools to further explain accurately various aspects of WTO work and both regional and multilateral trading systems.
As usual, we get to promote our logo design contest for the ASEAN TV.
Yes, and for the conditions, the logo has to be a symbol that represents the enrichment of ASEAN art and culture, society, economy, and the way of life. The logo must include the word TV. The design should portray a modern and universal image for ASEAN TV. It should also be easy in production. There is no limit in colors and font styles. Students and general public can join the contest, but Nation Broadcasting Corporation and Nation Group officers are not allowed to submit an entry. And for the deadlines, the submission starts from now until May the 27th, 2011. Winners will be announced on May the 31st, 2011. Please send your logo design to ASEANnewsroom@gmail.com and write the subject ASEAN TV Logo Design Contest. We have the prizes for the winner, the first runner-up, and the consolation prizes. And for more details, please contact 02-338-3598, 02-338-3600.
Well, keep sending in those logos and we'll get to see who is the biggest winner. That's all for the time for the morning news update for today. Thanks for watching us. I'm Onganan Amatayakun.
And please follow us Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 a.m. And do not hesitate to give us suggestions and comments via our Twitter and Facebook. I'm Orवी แตงมีแสง สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ